Oh gosh, we are in a deep freeze right now. And this is the time when you're starting to think like, I just gotta get out of here for a little bit. Great time to escape to sunny Florida. Twin Cities Live and Visit Florida are giving away 3 vacation trips to Fort Lauderdale.
For some of us, that started many, many weeks ago. The winners will get to stay at the Fort Lauderdale Marriott Harbor Beach Resort and Spa located on South Florida's largest private beach. Today, reporter Kristin Haubrich shows us one of the excursions the winners will get to do, explore the beautiful botanical gardens and wildlife sanctuary called Flamingo Gardens.
Here we are at Flamingo Gardens, one of the oldest wildlife sanctuaries and botanical gardens in all of South Florida. And let's talk about the animals first, because this is a true tropical oasis. But many of the animals here have troubling backstories to where they wouldn't be able to survive if left on their own in the wild.
So we do double as a rehab, so a lot of our animals that do come through here are typically permanently injured, or if the injury is good enough that we can save it and then be able to release it, that's the whole goal, is to rehab and release. That's the whole point of this. But at the end of the day, if something is to happen, like a broken wing, a missing foot, missing eye, or anything like that, we are able to take that animal in and give them a second chance at life.
That's
typically,
incredible.
We will give them a girlfriend or boyfriend, so then we give back to the population.
We'll get to see animals up close that we normally wouldn't get the chance to do or see. What are some of the highlights of the animals that you especially are drawn to?
So the ones that I'm really drawn to are going to be the panther, the flamingos, a lot of our birds of prey, because a lot of them come from either rodenticide, being hit by cars, or running into different things. So it's kind of cool to see how these animals interact inside of captivity, but also how they would be interacting outside. That's pretty awesome.
When it comes to the botanical gardens here, tell us more about that and how many different varieties of plants that you have here.
So we do have over 60 acres of property. On that 60 acres, we do have about over 3,000 native and non-native plants right on the gardens.
And the way that the sun is like filtering through the leaves, it's so magical. It's like a secret garden that we're exploring. Tell me more about the panther you have. He was brought to you at a young age and you have a special bond with him.
So whenever he came to us, he was actually illegally owned as a pet. So on New Year's Eve, they threw a house party. He got out. New Year's Day, he walked up to somebody's back patio, said, "Hi, I'm here." So obviously we can't have wildlife approaching humans. So what they did was they brought him here. He was 6 months old. So he was very tiny. He still had spots. He was very chirpy and active. But I just so happened to be the first person that he saw when he woke up from the anesthesia. So I became mom, wife, girlfriend, anything else. So that is my baby, but he is very protective. But since we are a sanctuary, we do not allow any interaction with that class 1 predator, so we're not going to be going in with them, because at the end of the day, these animals are still wild. So we don't put any of our animals in a situation that could cause harm to them or to us. So we just do things for more medical purposes and different enriching purposes. Here he comes. Do you show them how you go up? Up. Sit. Everything is for medical purposes. This is to observe the face, the eyes, the nose, the ears. Thank you, good job. Up, thank you. So observe his stomach, all that jazz. Sit. The youngest is walking up right now. He's probably gonna go look at the camera. He is a diva, he is a star.
Oh my gosh.
He's cleaning your hair.
Hi, is this James?
So this is James, this one's Domingo, this one's Aruba. So the good thing is though, is they don't have teeth.
The phrase "you are what you eat" could not be more true when it comes to flamingos. So explain how their diet helps dictate the pink.
So there's something called carotenoids found inside of shrimp and krill and brine, and that's gonna help these guys to keep that vibrant pink. I've gotten the question of, do you give them dye? No, they just naturally do it. In fact, us humans, if we eat a lot of carrots, we can actually start to turn orange. So it's kind of the same concept for these guys of the way that they keep their pink.
We often think that that's a knee that we're seeing there in the middle, but it's not.
It's a fun misconception, is that that's actually not the knee. The knee is closer to the hip. So what you're seeing is the ankle, or what we call the hock of the bird. Now that does help them to walk through the water easier and sit on top of their nest comfortably. I actually got the great chance to be able to help raise this one. So ever since then, I found out that birds have a lot of personality. They have a lot to say.
And they're social creatures.
Very social. They love to live in something called a flamboyance, so they need a lot of birds around. It's a power in numbers. The more birds you have, the less likely you are to get eaten.
We see the famous balancing act. Flamingos are known for standing on one leg. What is that all about?
So the reason that they're doing that is they actually will rest half of their body. So think they're keeping their body asleep on one side, so that on the off chance that a predator happens to come, all they have to do is put that foot down and take off into a flight. They don't really need to get a running start. All they have to do is open up those big beautiful wings and they can shoot up 80 feet in the air.
I don't think I've ever seen a flamingo in person like that or that close.
Have you
That's
not?
Very cool. Well, not that close. I haven't fed a flamingo. Have you? I mean, what?
I've been pretty close.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I agree with you. They're very fascinating animals.
I did just see them at a zoo in Florida. I should say that, but
Yeah.
I didn't. You weren't feeding them.
Yeah,
That's
they
a
need to
very
do
fun
some
experience.
squats though. Real skinny legs on
They
those
got some
flamingos.
skinny legs. Skinny legs. All right, we've got the details on how you can win a sunny getaway for two. So included in the giveaway is that 3 consecutive night stay at Fort Lauderdale Marriott Harbor Beach Resort and Spa. They've got all sorts of amenities. They also have paddleboarding. They have pickleball. You can really have a great time.
They have everything. There's also a VIP experience for two at Flamingo Gardens. That's the spot Kristin just featured. It includes a private tour and a chance to hand feed, see those flamingos.
And what you're seeing right there, this is a visit to Everglades Holiday Park, where you get a front row seat to the beauty of the Florida Everglades. You go on an airboat adventure, and you're going to get there and get around for free as well, because airfare is included, as is the use of a rental car.
Zoom around. To nominate someone who deserves some fun in the sun, head over to TwinCitiesLive.com and click on the contest to fill out the form. We're surprising our first winner this Thursday. Can't wait for that.